If I could go back in time to when I was 18, there was one thing that I did that I would definitely not do anymore. And in the end, this decision cost me years of my progress. And I'm pretty sure that around 90% of ambitious people fall for that too. When I finished school in Switzerland when I was around 18, I did not really know what I wanted to do with my life. So I just wanted to become a teacher because a teacher has a good salary, at least in Switzerland. There is lots of vacation, you have a lot of free time and so on. And I thought this would be the route that I want to take. After I started my studies to become a teacher, I always felt that I had the potential for more. So I started reading books about success. And the first book I actually read was Rich Dad Poor Dad from Robert Kiyosaki. And then it became very clear to me that I have to start a business to actually become successful. And that's what I did then. So I started my first business, which sold bags made of apple skin. Apple skin is a material consisting of 25% of apple actually, and it's some sort of scientific leather. And I also built a Shopify store around it, and I had a supplier from Romania, so everything was set in place. However, since I didn't know how to market my product, the whole business basically failed completely, but it gave me some learnings on the way. After that, with the age of around 21, I realized that I was very much into business and money in general. So I stopped my studies to become a teacher and I switched to another university, which is an elite university when it comes to business in Switzerland. And that's where I started studying that. And then during my studies, I actually got the chance to work for my favorite football club, Bayer 04 Leverkusen. And I moved to Germany for around 6 months and lived in Leverkusen, of course, and worked for the football club there, which was a great experience. Then after coming back from working abroad, I started my second business with the age of 23. I had a marketing agency where I did websites, Google Ads, and Instagram content for businesses. I did that for about a year, and after that, I partnered with a business partner of mine to start an agency where we helped content creators and influencers create exclusive communities. The truth is, nothing really worked out so far. Yes, I made some money with all of it, but I would definitely not call anything I did so far a real success. So as you can see, I always did a lot of different stuff, which on the one hand is definitely great because you get to see a lot of different things and you can also learn a ton. But for example, when I had my marketing agency at the age of 23, 24, I did 4 different things simultaneously. First, I was a student at the university. Then I had my marketing agency. Other than this, I was also in a startup organization called Start Global from university. And then last but not least, I was also the head of marketing at the psychology club at our university. And overall, this was just way too much and I was involved in a lot of different things. What I totally realized during this time was that focus is the absolute key if you're striving for success. Focus on as little things as possible over a long period of time. Start building on that and deliver as much value as you can in the long run. Don't try 10 or 20 different things. Shiny object syndrome is a real thing and I think I've definitely fallen for it. The vast majority of highly successful people has not become successful by switching their focus all the time. Attention nowadays is super important, so be aware of it. Develop the necessary skills first and then you can build a business around it. But there are so many young people nowadays, and I've been one of them, that want to start a business immediately. And this is quite often not the best way to do it. And by the way, it's totally fine to work for somebody else in the beginning of your career, because this way you can learn really fast, because you can steal somebody else's 10,000 hours if this person is really good at what he or she is doing. That's also what I thought to myself, and that's why I decided to go into sales, to really learn the skill of being able to sell. And the best part is that that within the 4 months I have been working in sales, I can clearly see a development on my end. I have really stopped chasing 10 things all at once. For now, it's sales and then building something in the long run. If you want to see the unfiltered reality of what it takes, feel free to subscribe, and hopefully you can avoid the mistakes that I made.